As you're researching the kind of roof that you want for your replacement, you're probably thinking about what the best kind of asphalt shingle that you can get. By the end of this video, you'll know the 3 major types of shingles available on the market, some of the best shingle manufacturers out there, and some shingle superlatives. A 3-tab shingle is the most economical asphalt shingle and one of the least expensive roofing materials overall. They're a pretty thin strip of asphalt with 3 blocky tabs hanging from the strip. They tend to have a pretty uniform, flat look on the roofs as well, with the only real variation between them being in the color. 3-tab shingles were the most commonly used shingle for a long time, in large part because of that low price point. Currently, you can get 3-tab shingles for around $90 per square, which is why even today, 3-tabs are very popular amongst builders working on really large construction projects. However, 3-tab shingles are also the asphalt shingle with the lowest overall lifespan, typically lasting 15 to 20 years. They also have a tendency to start suffering damage as soon as you approach that lifespan, especially from wind and hail. Because of the gaps between the tabs, hail and wind can get up underneath fairly easily, breaking them off and exposing your roof to some further issues. Architectural shingles are the next step up from 3-tabs, and they have largely replaced 3-tabs as the roofer's choice over the last few decades. These shingles add an extra ply of shingle to their design, which covers up the gaps 3-tabs had, adding more weight for durability and a more textured appearance. Most architectural shingles have a similar look and design to them, but they do come in a very wide variety of colors for homeowners who wish to have a color that matches the rest of their house or stand out from their neighbors while keeping a traditional look. Architectural shingles used to be much more expensive to produce and install, but as they've grown more popular, manufacturers have been able to reduce their prices. So instead of falling directly on the middle of the roofing shingle price scale, architectural shingles are now on the lower end at around $105 per roofing square. That increase in price, though, comes with about an extra decade of protection, as architectural shingles tend to last 25 to 30 years and aren't as susceptible to wind damage as a result of their 2-ply construction. All of that is why architectural shingles have become the most widely used roofing material in the country over the last few decades. Luxury shingles, also known as designer shingles, are the highest end of the asphalt shingle spectrum. They are truly what their name describes, a luxury designer product. It's usually a 3-ply shingle, which allows manufacturers to get creative with their designs, simulating the look of slate, ceramic, and even wood shake roofs. That 3rd ply also adds some extra weight, which increases their resistance to wind and hail damage and makes them much more difficult to install. They don't necessarily have too much longer of a lifespan than architectural shingles, and they usually tend to max out at around 30 years of age, but can get better than that in good conditions and with proper maintenance. As for the price, you're certainly going to be spending a significant amount, as these shingles will run you about $180 per square. That's a pretty penny compared to the other asphalt shingles that we've already talked about. That being said, the homeowners that are considering these kinds of shingles are usually comparing them to the kinds of roofs that they're designed to look like slate and ceramic, which are usually going to be much more expensive and way more complicated to install. The major asphalt shingle manufacturers out there are GAF, CertainTeed, Owens Corning, Atlas, Malarkey, IKO, and Tamco. Pretty much every one of these brands carries some version of a 3-tab architectural and luxury shingle, and most also have a form of algae-resistant shingle as well. Obviously, some manufacturers have better reputations for more reliable shingles than others, but a lot of it comes down to the kind of shingle that you're getting, the contractor who installs it, and the warranty that comes with it. The main discrepancy that you'll find between the manufacturers is availability in different areas, different colors, and the different warranties that they offer. Alright, it's time for what you really came here for. Now we're going to talk about the cheapest shingle, the longest lasting ones, and the ones that we use most frequently. In terms of affordability, your best bet is going to be going for a 3-tab shingle regardless of the manufacturer. Though it's pretty hard to find available pricing information on all of the shingles, the cheapest that we could find at major home improvement stores like the Home Depot and Lowe's are GAF's Royal Sovereign 3-tabs at around $33 per bundle. For the longest lasting shingle, again, it's difficult to find information that's been tested because it would take around 30 years to do, and results would vary wildly depending on the conditions, but we tend to see the most life coming from the higher end architectural shingles like the Certainty Landmark Premium and GAF's Timberline AS2. And as for the ones that we use the most, in our market of Raleigh, North Carolina, we've seen that GAF's claim of being the most popular shingle in America holds true here. For most of our roof replacements, homeowners are choosing to go for the GAF Timberline HDZ architectural shingle for its value, durability, and color options that they have available. The next shingle that we use the most is Certainty's Landmark Pro Architectural, which is also a great option for durability and value. Now that you've learned about the best shingles on the market this year, I hope you're starting to feel more confident in taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.